everyone, and welcome to video number 10 of my 2011 Halloween card series. So for today's card, I am using the Paper Smooches Falling For You set, which actually isn't a Halloween set. It came out quite a few months ago, I think. But it had this little bat image, and I was totally inspired by another card I saw. And I had to use this little bat. So anyway, I inked him up with Memento Tuxedo black ink and stamped him onto the Bella's Bestest cardstock. And then I'm going to color him in with my Prismacolor pencils and odorless mineral spirits. Because this is basically the easiest way to color him, since it's a bat and he's going to be black. To get a little bit of shading and definition, using the Prismacolors makes it so much easier than using several different colors of Copics and blending and whatnot. This just takes no time at all. So I just used the one black pencil crayon, put the color in where I needed it, and then I'm now just going to blend it all together. And I've had a few questions about the blending and whatnot. Cardstock definitely affects it. That's why I really like using the Bella's Bestest, because it's really smooth. And then you'll also notice, like, I keep dipping into the mineral spirits every so often. It just helps blend it better too, because it does dry. So once I've got him all colored, I cut him out with my paper snips. And then here's the layout I had in mind. My guest designer for All That Scraps made a card that totally inspired this, and I'll post a link to it in the description box. And as soon as I saw it, I just got the idea for this card. So I'm using some My Mind's Eye Mischevious pattern papers, and then this little pennant die from the Cat's Pajamas pennant die pack, and then several different little pattern papers. So I'm going to cut them out with my Cuttlebug. And I'm basically just going to have a little hanging banner strip that the bat is going to hang off of. So once I've got everything kind of in place the way I want it, I decided to tear the bottom piece of cardstock, which is something I haven't done in a long time. It's just, I never really think of tearing papers or cardstock for my cards anymore, but for this one it just seemed to work. And then I just inked all the edges with the Memento Tuxedo black ink, just so to give it a little bit more definition between all the different patterns going on here. And then the sentiment is also from that Falling For You set, and I just inked them up with the Brilliance Graphite black ink. And then adhered the bottom strip, and then for the actual little banners themselves, I laid them out on the card front how I want them to be, and then I'm just going to use my Tombow Mono Multi adhesive to glue each one down at a time so that they're all spaced properly and whatnot. And then to finish those off, I wanted to add some rhinestones between each pennant. So this is just a little Martha Stewart pack. I think I bought this from All That Scraps, and I know Michael's was carrying these too. I don't know if they're carrying them this year, but they're just little Halloween rhinestones. So and they're all self-adhesive, so I just press those in between each pennant. And then for this little bat, I wanted him to be popped up a little bit, so I used my little 3D foam squares and just applied one to each wing and then one to his body. But for his feet, I wanted it to actually be attached to the pennant, so I just dabbed on a little bit more of the Tombow Mono Multi, pressed that onto the little pennant, and then the rest of his body is going to be popped up a little bit. But before I press him down, I was fiddling with the layout and wanted to add some ribbon. So I chose some Stampin' Up black gingham ribbon and just tied that in a bow and got that into place before I pressed down the little wings and body of the bat. And then finally I adhered the sentiment and then wanted to add a little something to that too, so I added a couple more of those little orange rhinestones. And then I matted the card front with a piece of black cardstock, and then I'm going to adhere that to the card base, which is Stampin' Up the Naturals Ivory cardstock. I found that went really well with these pattern papers. And then for the inside of the card, I kept it really simple, just a few more pattern papers from the Mischevious pack. And then a sentiment, this time from the Paper Smooches Halloweenies stamp set that I used in, I think it was my second video. Man, I'm losing track of everything. Holy. So yeah, just stamped that, the Happy Halloween from that set with the Brilliance Graphite Black. And then while I was looking at that, they had a little bat image in that set. So I inked that up with the Graphite Black and I just stamped that on the front, just for the heck of it. And then stamped it again on the inside too, just for some continuity. And then again, it edged everything with black ink and then tore the orange pattern paper again to kind of pull everything together. Edged that with the black ink and then adhered everything together and put that inside the card. So another super quick and easy card. I think this one took me well under half an hour. I think it only took me about 20 minutes to make this card. Time flies when you've kind of got everything planned out ahead of time. Like I had my sketch and the papers and everything picked out, so it was just a matter of actually putting it together. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'm really glad you guys are enjoying my videos so far, and I hope to see you all in the next video. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Bye!